In all of life there is a rhythm. All things living carry out this tune. You have to understand how things are up here. In all of life there is a rhythm. All things living carry out this tune.
Aquarius, how you doing? So I was just starting your reading and the camera was completely off and it was putting me off. So, hi Aquarius, how you doing? We'll start again. There's something about starting up again. It's like it's starting up again, it's starting up again, and it's starting up again. I think that there's a lot of straightaway channel messages that we're going to your tarot card reading, okay, for June. But starting up again, it's starting up, like something like a flare up, or like it's starting up, or just starting up. It's a bit like that there's more momentum in something. I'm hearing moments and momentum. It like has momentum. So there's something to do with a Cancerian probably. Okay, like it has momentum. Whatever it is, it seems to be in the works. It's like, well, we're working on it and we're working on it and we're working on it, and it's in the momentum. So it's in a... I also heard the channel messages that I have to try and recollect. It was buzz, like a buzz Aldrin or a buzzing. Like I'm getting a kick out of it. It's something that you're getting a kick out of and it gives you a buzz. It gives you kind of like a rushed energy. It feels like that there's going to be a lot of rushing around, okay, definitely through June. For you guys, there's a lot of rushing around, rushing. So I don't know if someone's doing any kind of like illegal activity to do with rushing, okay, because I'm hearing that someone's definitely getting a buzz, but I don't think that that's very strange for a lot of people. I think that it is a lot to do with that there's a lot of momentum in the relationship, or there's a lot of momentum of forward progression. It seems that we're going forward and we're going forward. It feels like that whatever you have an idea and things that you've got going on, that you're going forward on it. It's like, well, this is the idea and this is the plan, so we've got one, so we're going to go forward on it, okay? So it's definitely what they're saying. But I heard Holden, but I see I come out with Buzz Aldrin. Buzz Aldrin, who was Buzz Aldrin? Was Buzz Aldrin something to do with, because I thought it was something to do with the moon, right? But that wasn't Buzz Aldrin, was it? Was it? I think it was something to do with the moon. So I don't know. But you could have something to do with a Cancerian, Cancer or Pisces. It could have something to do with the moon. It could also have something to do with the mother as well, okay? But there seems to be momentum. It seems that whatever it is, we're going forward anyway. So regardless, we have to go forward. So that's definitely straight away. So the first messages that I picked up, that I wrote down, was emo or emo, memo or Emma or Emily, Emma. But that actually came out through a couple of readings, which was See Emily Play, which was Pink Floyd, Pipers at the Gates of Dawn. I'm sure it was on that one, okay? But something to do with like play, like a play or a reenactment of something, and it's like, well, we're playing. There's something to do with that, okay? Okay, but I picked up emo, okay, which is a lot to do with like gothic or goth. Sorry, goth. Garth. I'm also picking up like Garth or daft, like don't be daft. But that is British slang, right? I think. But like, don't be daft. Like, what are you on about? It's kind of like, oh, don't be daft. I think that you're supporting someone, because that they will come out through later of what I've wrote. But I think that you're supporting somebody saying, no, don't be daft. No, it doesn't mean that. It's like, no, I didn't mean that. I think there's a lot of energy around you, okay, because these messages don't relate them to one person, relate them to your lives, okay? But there's a lot of kind of like someone saying, like, don't be daft, I didn't mean that. Like, what I meant was, and they're trying to correct something, because I definitely picked up correctional officer or correction, right? Course correction. And that's why I picked up on probable Cancerian energy of a course. Now, some of you could be taking a physical course, but we'll go into that. But like no. It's all right. Listen, I didn't mean that. What I meant was, and there's some kind of like interpretation of how someone acts and someone speaks, and it's kind of like, well, you know, and it's like, no, I didn't mean it like that. What I meant, and I think that you get into this argument with someone because they say something but someone doesn't understand what they mean. Now, whether that is physical, like communication language barriers, or whether there's a barrier up between kind of like people and they say, no, I didn't mean that. What I meant is that, you know, this was my action and what I did was that, and that's what I meant. Like, you know, if I said it, that's what I meant. I didn't, you know, I don't know why I keep picking up like on an apologetic energy around you, okay? An apologetic energy. But someone's like testing someone, because the first card that you did out when I said Aquarian was the Seven of Swords. It was the first card that just kind of came out when I was pre-shuffling the cards ready. But I definitely peel, or an appeal. Sorry, wow. So there could be an appeal. If a lot of you, obviously a lot of Aquariuses, they're not all going to court and stuff like that. But, okay, they're also saying that someone could well get caught. Could get caught doing something. But I don't know, yeah, they're saying that someone could well get caught doing something. So if you're doing anything shady, be careful. They're saying around relationship facts as well. If you're doing anything shady, you might get caught. But that's if you're doing anything illegal. Because I think that this is coming out as possible where people are having to go to court, and there's, I forget what the first message that slipped out. I think it's something to do with like getting caught, like caught up. I said, okay. So some of you, it's kind of like getting caught up. Some of you, this is like court appearances and stuff, okay? But like getting caught. It's saying getting caught. Okay, stop it. It's saying that someone could get caught. Okay, this came out for another reading. Getting caught with their pants down. Something to do with that, right? So if there's cheating or things like that kind of going on, someone's going to witness something that someone's cheating, okay? That's if you are. If you're not, then there's a lot of getting caught up, okay? Because it's like, I don't want to get caught up. Again, there's some kind of energy that they're not letting me forget. It's kind of like, I'm not letting you forget it. It's kind of like, you know, you got caught, and you got caught doing it. Some of you, you're really going for a test with someone where they're saying, no, you physically got caught doing it, and I caught you doing it. And I think that, I don't know where this is coming from, Aquarius. If these are your relationship factors, then someone's got caught in a third party, or they've got caught doing something. Okay, but they're saying that they have got caught. So normally my messages come through where it's future prediction, but they're actually saying to me, no, you have got caught. You have already, and you've already caught up. So it feels like that you've caught up with everything with someone. Okay, like you've put everything down on the line, and you've put it down lying. Probably Leo or lying. They're saying someone's lying. Okay, lying. They're trying to cover something up. Possible Leo, but they're saying lying. Lying in court. Lion's Court. Again, that's came out for your readings before. Lion's Court was an old people's home. Okay, it was an old people's home. Here. Okay. Lion's Gate, Lion's Court. Like a gated community or something that it's private. And it's like a private restriction, or district, what do they call it? Districts and derediction. Karen. I'm also hearing Karen or Karen. But caring, carry, or caring, like a care worker or something. If you're involved with a care worker, whatever that is, you're more than likely been caught or going to get caught with something. Okay, so whatever that is, I don't know what you're catching. Or what the hatch is, what the catch is. Like there's a catch to something is what they're saying, like a catchphrase. It's kind of like, you know, I'm trying to catch you, and I'm trying to catch you, and I'm trying to catch you. And I don't know if there's anything real strange around someone, or whether it's kind of like, I'm just trying to catch you out. I'm just waiting until you slip up so I can catch you out. It's like someone has a vendetta for someone, and it's kind of like, I'm just waiting until I see you so I can catch you out doing something that you shouldn't. Okay? So I don't know if you're the witness to this, or someone's a witness to someone doing it. Okay? And that could be where there's been possible court appearances where it's really wound someone up, because I definitely picked up stirring and winding. Okay, winding someone up, and winding them up, and winding them up, and winding them up, and winding them up. And it really is winding someone up, because someone has like this vendetta for someone of like a debt. It's kind of like I have a debt and I'm in debt and I'm in debt and I'm in debt. I am definitely picking up for some of you could well be in debt with someone. This is if you are obviously in debt. If you're not in debt and you're cushy, then you're not in debt. Okay, but for some of you, they are saying that there's possibilities of like being in debt during this time. Okay, I'm also hearing Devon and devotion. I'm hopelessly devoted to you. There's a lot of devotion and dedication that seems to be coming through on your channel messages now, Aquarius, where you're dedicated and you're devoted to someone. It's like, no, I'm devoted to them. It's like I am simply hopelessly devoted to that person. Okay, but I keep getting this energy that is around you, that's trying to get you back for something, or get you back, or wants you back, or like just, I mean, this could be a friend, a person, or a mother or father or anybody, right? But someone's just constantly trying to get you back. It's like, why do you always have to try and outdo me or try to get me back? It's like if I say something and I do something, why do you always try to like one-up me or try to get me back for something? Or call me back for something? It's kind of like, because I definitely picked up, I don't know if I turned the camera off, but because I was picking up like a calling of something, and it's kind of like a directory service and calling, okay? And it's like, what are you always trying to get me back for? Like, you know, it's kind of like you're trying to get through to someone. That was it. You're trying to get through to someone, but it's kind of like, put me on hold. That's it. Like Hold'em. That's why I picked up Hold'em, Texas Hold'em. Like Texas Hold'em, a card game, play your cards right, or a gamble. And it's like, but don't put me on hold. It's like, no. And it's like you're trying to get through to someone, like community-wise, someone that's in your community. So wherever you're living, it's the person that you're compromised with that's in your community, okay? Because I'm picking up a community worker, or someone that works in the community, or it's in where you live, and that's your community, okay? But it's like communion also, like a religious thing, communion. Okay, sorry, we're getting too many that are coming in all at once now. So I've lost the thread. I've lost the thread of what I was at. You could be dealing with a Scorpio. Thread, needle and thread, like needles and pins are, but thread, like a thread. Threading something, dreading something, like dreading. It's like I'm dreading it, and I'm dreading it. And it feels like that there's this communication of like holding cell, and it's in the cell, and it's in my cells, or it's in my holding cell, and it's in my head, and it's in my head, and it's in my head. And I don't know why someone's got something in their head of something, which is kind of like, well, is it physically there or not? Which is a lot to do with, I mean, I'm sick to death of all this like narcissism, gaslighting stuff, you know, but that can also be a lot of fault. I mean, welcome to being a medium. If you're very empathic and you're a medium, trust me, I mean, I can be controlling in my own right in certain ways, and then I don't realise it's me until I realise that it's me, and I think, oh, actually, that was me. But the best thing that you can ever do is admit. You see, when you can admit your mistakes and you know that you made them, that's your lesson. You see, your lessons come through when you know you made a mistake and you admit your mistake and you come out with an apology and you try your best not to do it again. Trust me, I've learned so many lessons around that. Is that's when you know a lesson is there, that of a period of control. Okay, period of control is witnessing your own. That's the holding cell, and that's the court thing. Okay, is witnessing your own mistakes, is to be able to rectify them, is to know that you're making a mistake in a certain area of your head. Okay, and that knowing and being able to fully admit that you made a mistake is the biggest thing that you can ever do. Okay, because that is a big karmic reward of a release, to realise that there's no point in fighting. I just have to admit that I admit defeat, to say that I was the one that was in the wrong. Okay, when you can admit defeat, that's when karma starts to become a lot more relaxed for you, because what you're not doing is fighting something of, well, Saturn, karma, your reward that comes after admitting defeat. Okay, when you can admit defeat and you give it all over to the universe and you say, you know what, I was the one that was in the wrong, then you realise that you are the one that's in the wrong. You accept self-blame. Okay, you don't go into shame. It's kind of like shame, a feeling of guilt and shame. I don't know why I'm picking up Gil, the name Gil, or Bill, Kill Bill, or guilty, like guilty, guilty. They're saying something to do with like court appearances now. Guilty is charged. Okay, but I'm going to go along with the positivity of this. Could also be dealing with a Libra. Of the positive fact of it is that, you know, fear is something that is created by the mind. And normally when you're in fear, okay, you're inferior. Okay, so when you're in that state of mind, what you're doing is avoiding and pushing. Okay, because you're pushing things away or people away because it's in your head. And then when you can admit defeat in your own head, that's when you come together. You see, that's when parties that are connected with you come together, because that's the overall energy of, well, uniting with people, uniting with the person, being united and standing like up front and like honest. Okay, that comes that in spiritual wise. Is that, I mean, I learn things new every day when they tell me certain things, but you kind of grasp slight messages and put them all into one perspective. And it's a lot to do with that. When you can admit defeat in your head and you're not fearing things, you'll realise that the people that are connected with you, that you don't see them, you don't witness them, okay? So the bad thoughts and the bad things you don't see and you don't witness, so you stop seeing the bad in people, and you pretty much stop seeing them when they go their own separate way when you deal with bad people, okay? They're saying that there is bad people out there, obviously, and that you probably have been and are a witness to a lot of it, okay? And because this is Spirit telling me this to you, for you guys, okay, that you've seen a lot of this stuff, okay, and you've witnessed a lot of it. And so when you can admit defeat and let go, that's when you will stop seeing that anymore. You will stop seeing a person or people. Now that's either relationship, dogfish, catfish, dogfish, or whoever, whatever's fished up, right? It could be a Piscean, or it could be like cat or a cat, an actual cat, I don't know. But I'm picking up Iraq for some reason as well, like something to do with there, or Iraq. But the fight, whatever it is, right, when you stop fighting is when you come together, mind, body and soul, is when you can relax, is mind, body and soul, is when you stop fighting. So general perspective of what they're saying is that within your soul groups, this is where they all come together. This is where you all come together, or you all don't come together. Either one is a family unit of blood, or your families come together, your soul group comes together, your pieces come together, it all fits together. The moment that you stop fighting internally, that's when it happens. Externally, when you notice things changing about yourself, is when you notice the change in other people. That some people go their own way, and they go their other way, and they go where they are, and these are more likely the people that you don't trust, and you feel that within your head that you don't trust people, okay? So when you have that, I'm definitely hearing Leo to do with like trusting. I don't know why, like a family trust or a trust of Taurus. Okay, Taurus I'm hearing as well, because that's a bank and stuff. But trust. You put trust in yourself. When you go out externally, that's when you'll realise that you're not witnessing a lot of this anymore, because you're not physically looking for it. Because the moment that you're looking for it is the moment that you're asking for it. You know, if you're looking for a fight, that's when you're asking for a fight, and that's when someone will fight with you, because you're thinking it, you're feeling it, and you will get it, and that's what goes around comes around. It's back to yourself. It's the same lesson. Is the equality of that, okay? Is realising that when there's no more fight left in me, and there's no more fight, and that I give up and I stop fighting, that's when you come together. That's when other people drift apart, okay? So basically, when you go out into society, the people that you're compromised with and the people that you've been looking for, you will stop seeing them so often, because you won't be looking for them and you're not asking for it. Meaning, well, I wonder what they're asking for, and that's when we're giving you what you're asking for. You'll come in front of people and you'll be like, oh my God, I really didn't want to see that person, and I don't know what they're doing or what they're saying or what they're thinking or what they're feeling. You see, you're asking for it. So stop asking for it. If you're worried about the past and you're worried about people that have been putting you down and all that kind of stuff, in your head, stop asking for it to happen, because it won't happen. Because are you still with me, Aquarius? They're saying that that's a very big message for you, okay? Is to stop asking for what it is that you don't want. Ask for what you do want, okay? In your own head. When you ask for it in your own head of what you want, your partner should be able to pick that up, okay? Because the energy will be a lot light, and you will just get on because it's supposed to be very evenly flowed when you come to a connection within soulmates or anything like that. Because we're talking about a full dynamic, you'll realise that your whole dynamic changes when you change. When you change your mind, other people change their minds, and then a whole lesson is learned within your whole soul group of one of a timeline or complete and utter change in dynamic of people just going separate ways and you unite with where you're supposed to be. Okay, so to find your placements and to find your place in life and your purpose in life, that is pretty much of what I'm saying is how you do it. Is to have full clarity of peace of mind. Okay, that's when your partner will have full clarity and peace of mind. You lay it all on the table, you lay it all on the line, okay? And then when you stop, they're saying when you stop lying. When you stop lying. So if any of you have been holding a secret that you've been doing, I don't know where this is coming from, because there is definitely saying that there is a liar or a lion, either a lion, which is a Leo, but it doesn't have to be if you're cross-watching and you're Leos, or, well, I mean, obviously if you're watching this and you're saying, damn, I've been caught, it caught me out, you know, then someone's been lying, which is a lot to do with like self-deceit as well. You know, you can go through a lot of periods of that in life when you deceive oneself, because when you play a game in your own head and you do it for a purpose and think, well, I'm just going to torment or tease, okay, Maltese, I'm picking up Malta or Maltese, but when you do this, okay, and you tease an energy, that's what you're asking for, okay, which is that you're teasing and teasing to get pleased. So I have to tease someone in order to get pleased. Okay, when you do that, that's when it all comes back around as a conclusion of where you lose in the end, because you do things of self-deceit, of things that are not really meant to be. So if any of you have got this in your head that you've done something that you shouldn't have done, that you lied about to someone, but I'm specifically saying if you've been lying, or if someone's been lying to you, then you're not going to be able to know until they tell you. Okay, but there's a lot to do with like that someone's lying. Okay, so I don't know how that's coming through. So, I mean, me, I don't tell lies. I don't. As far as I know, I don't. I don't hold any secrets. Me, I'm quite giving with, forthgiving of like trying to. I don't know. I suppose everybody in their own right is I don't know why we're having like let's have a cup of tea, Aquarius. Let's have a cup of coffee. Well, I don't. You see, I think that big lies, like if you've got a lie and you've done something that's like cheating and all things like that, and you've lied and you've lying and cheating and deceit, and you're really doing it on purpose from someone, then the biggest thing that you can ever do is admit defeat, meaning just let it all just go, just let it all go individually, let it all go. But I don't know why someone's thinking that I need to keep doing it until I get an apology, or until this person does something or says something. I'm just going to do something of like teasing, or I really don't know. I really can't figure that out for you guys. We'll have to wait. Okay, so we'll go over some of your other messages as well. But a perfect time. I'm sure a lot of people have probably seen there's Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus by now. But things are changing. Your weeklies and your you versus them and all that kind of stuff, they'll more than likely be done by now. And if you want to watch them, they're straight over, not on YouTube. They'll be straight over onto Tier 2. Okay, straight there. So you'll be able to watch this, and the you versus them and the stuff that I've already done will be posted straight there, and it won't come out on YouTube. Okay. If you just want to watch this reading, it's still on the $5 tier. If you just want to watch this, you can just join the $5 tier and watch the rest of this reading when we're finished here. Okay? But if you want anything else and it's not appearing up on YouTube, because on YouTube now, I'm just going to literally do these each month, and then I'm just going to do general readings for people, which is like a collective of earth, air, fire, all that kind of stuff. But the specific signs of you versus them, how do they feel about you, how they're thinking, all that kind of stuff, is just going to be one full video, channel messages, everything else, and it's going to go straight to Tier 2. If you want to join, obviously you have access to everything. The tiers will be updated, and there will be more benefits that go towards that as we go towards the next month, and then we have the 6 weeks holidays, and I have more time off work and things like that, because I'm not sure what's going to be going on with work and things like that at the moment. So I'm trying something different, and I'm trying to cut down on the amount of energy that I put into things, and try to get some kind of like something from it. Okay, so and the music as well. So I have to keep, see, I don't want to have to keep doing this. And if people are on Patreon, I don't have to keep doing this. I just do one video. Okay, the music and the intros and the music, I'm really looking into that now. And I'm looking into publishing and selling it on iTunes, on Spotify and places like that. But at the moment, if you just want that music and you do want to download the MP3 or WAV file, I'm going to put it as an individual tier very cheaply, and you can go over there and join perhaps per month. But they will be added and put there, and you can just download the music if you want to. If you like it, if you don't like it, then you don't like it. But if you like that and you want it, it'll be very cheap, and you can just go over there and download it yourselves. Okay, so there is something like that in the pipeline, but you can go over there and see Aquarius. So straight away, so for June, there's a lot of study. You see, a lot of study. We went over this in some of these messages. A lot of courses, taking a lot of courses, a lot of studying, a lot of practice. There's a lot of practitioners here as well, like teachers and solicitors and lawyers. So if you are going through the teaching route, there's the teaching, the studying, the learning, the courses, everything is there. It's taking a lot of dedication and a lot of practice. Well, it takes a lot of dedication in order to be this way, because this is your man. If you're women, this is the Gemini, Libra, Aquarius kind of energy. This is someone that's trying to prove themselves to you as well, because it's your first card and they're looking this way. I'm picking up that they're trying to prove something, but because that's proof of court. Okay, so someone's trying to prove themselves. I really keep picking up that someone's doing something that they've got caught with, and now someone's trying to prove themselves. Like, I don't know whether this is just an apology, but I don't know why they keep saying like court, and I don't know if that's someone doing something that they shouldn't, or this is like physical court, because it's mixed. But the appearance that someone is very apologetic is what they're saying, like trying to prove themselves. Like, probably not apologetic, but like really trying to prove themselves. Like, I've got a point to make and I'm like trying to prove myself now. Like, the proof is in the pudding of this person now taking back control of themselves, like the control of what they've realised through this time, because the king can be very wise. Let's see. But wise to the fact is what they're saying. Like, what I'm getting wise to the fact of something. Aquarius, something rising in Venus for June 2020. Aquarius, something rising in Venus for June 2020. Aquarius, something rising in Venus for June 2020. It's very hot in the UK as well at the moment. So if I'm sweating, you have to excuse me. You see, there you go. Prove myself. We could well be at a distance, but this is online study, online courses. Lion. I'm also picking up Leo. Okay, Leo. But online courses. But you could well be at a distance, but you could well be talking. You could be travelling or wanting to travel. You could just be meeting up, because these are meetings at work and the meet and greet and all that kind of stuff. Like, I'm meeting and I'm greeting people and we're taking people in and everything else. Aquarius, okay, so you've got Libra, and then you've got the Eight of Swords, which is kind of like Leo energy, but it would be Leo that has air in their chart. Okay, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It could be a Leo that has Aquarius moon or rising. Okay, because that would be the air, that would be the Leo, and their moon or rising would be Libra. Okay, so we need things that are more advanced. I need an advance. It's like, I need to be more advanced. I need to be more like up to date. Like, someone wants to be up to date. They want things like, we just need to catch up, and I need things up to date. So can you feed it all back to me and let me know exactly what it is that you want and what you need, and that feed it all back. It's something's being fed back to someone. This is like a sellout for some reason. I don't know. Like, someone is like really studying someone or something to a highest degree, and they're asking everybody to feed it back to them, like the information. It's like, no, I need the information, and I need to know it, and I need to know what I can do about it, but I need you to feed all of this information back to me. But it's making someone feel uncomfortable around a Libra energy here, because it's making them feel trapped. Okay, this is like breathing down someone's neck here. This is like, well, I'm breathing down your neck for an answer, so what's your answer? And what's your answer? And what's your answer? And I need to know. It's like, I need you to tell me. It's like, no. It's like, to me, to you, to me, to you. I need you to tell me. It's like, I don't know why I keep picking it up, that someone is always like, either one, checking up on someone, or they're breathing down someone's neck saying, look, I need an answer. Do you want to, or do you not want to? Or it's making someone feel really like uncomfortable with a Libra. Okay, now it can either be the Libra that's feeling uncomfortable, but generally it's normally both of you. If you're compromised with someone, it's both of you at the same time. You both feel uncomfortable about something, where Justice and the King of Swords is a witness to something that was unfair. There was an unfair advantage in something, and it's making me feel very uncomfortable that I have to keep doing it because that is unfair. Okay, so there might be a lot of things that you're asked to do that is unfair, that is compromising the whole scenario of what you're going through during June, Aquarius. Okay, so because there needs to be some kind of like compromise, because 8 is always 7 is a purge, 8 is also a purge. Okay, because it's release. It's like, I need release. And some of you, this really is that someone is like gone to prison or something, and it's like, well, I mean, this is incarceration. It's like, you know, are they going to be released or not? You know, is this news going to be released or not? Now, if you work physically for the government, which a lot of you more than likely do, that can be Libra, okay? Or your actual boss itself can be a Libra, okay? Now, I'm not just saying an individual person is ever a boss of anybody, okay? You all have individual choice and you can all do what you want. And I would never let someone take control and think that they're an actual boss if I'm not working for them. You know, in my life, people, I wouldn't class a person as a boss of me. I wouldn't. Because they're saying a bossy. Someone can be very bossy, like they're very bossy. It's like, do this, do that, do this, do that. But we'll go on to the message of what they first said about, like, this Libra, if they're your actual boss, okay, then they are unsure of what is happening with the government, about feeling like you're all squeezed into something, right? Because these are people that are together that shouldn't be like this, right? So there's a little bit of what I'm kind of picking up is like, well, that shouldn't be happening and that should be happening. So there's a lot of like, shoulda, woulda, coulda, you know, something like that. Should it be happening? No. Can it be happening? Yes. But for some of you, it's... So if your boss, she could well be compromised by... that she could also have Aquarius in her chart. Or he. I'm saying she. They're saying she. Is compromised by the government, that is holding everything back, that's making everybody else feel on edge, like they don't know what's going to be happening around their work, or what is this person going to say, and when they're going to release us and tell us that we can do something. Okay, so some of this is also now coming through where you do have someone around you that makes you feel very uncomfortable when you go out, right? Because 8 comes out of something, okay, or tries to get, and it's like, I'm trying and I'm trying and I'm trying, but every time I'm trying, I just seem to be like tested. That it's like, I always seem to be put to the test, that every time I try, I go back into my shell, okay, or Michelle, the name Michelle. But I always get pushed back into my shell and into like where someone makes me feel like very uncomfortable when I walk past, or I'm there, or wherever it is that I go, when it's in my head. This person, when I see them, they make me feel uncomfortable because, one, they're either asking a lot of questions, or they're not asking the right kind of questions and consistency, or they're not asking any at all, and they're really quiet, and they're making me feel uncomfortable because we're not talking, right? That is there for a lot of you. But that would be the person that makes you feel the most uncomfortable by the amount of information that they either want or need or not saying. That is down to you as individuals to realise that who is speaking and who's not. Because Justice and the King of Swords are all terms and conditions. And if someone's saying that it's always on my terms and it's always on my conditions, then there's a lot of always, always, always promises. Like promises, 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 promises. Broken promises. But I'm not saying they are. I'm just saying there's a lot of like, I don't know if someone's promising people things and saying, yeah, you can, and yeah, you can, but at the moment there's a no, like, I'm not sure, like I really don't know kind of thing. There's a lot of, I don't know why they keep saying like promises. Promises, promises, promises. So it's a bit like someone around you where you could be like, yeah, promises, promises, promises. It's like, you know, you've done this before, you've said this before, you've told me that that's the truth, but do I believe you? This is someone that can really struggle with, is that really the truth? Where they can start to question, this is it, sorry. These are your messages, okay? Is that someone can really struggle with the actual truth, right? And that they're not satisfied with whether that's satisfactory enough for them or not. So they can get very like, well, I really don't know if that's the truth or not. And when they're thinking that and feeling that, that makes the other people connected to them think, well, I don't know what you're on about. Like, is it true or is it not true? Because someone could be so, like, really wanting to know what the truth is. And they're kind of like, what's the truth? What is the truth? Well, I really don't know. And it can be very confusing to someone that makes them feel trapped, where there's a lot of persevering of invasion of one's thoughts. Because this is invading on someone's thoughts to make them feel uncomfortable. But I don't know why I'm picking it up like on purpose. That, well, there's a purpose to everything. But if someone is doing that on purpose, then that's a bully, okay? Because someone tries to find things out that makes people feel uncomfortable by the way they ask questions, okay? And they are specific ones, and they could well ask personal questions that make someone feel trapped, where it's kind of like, you really didn't give me any clear answer. What is the clear answer? Is it yes or is it no? Like, you know, are we in the clear? Are we not in the clear? Or Claire, they're in Claire, or are we in the clear? Like to do with like debt and money and like loans and all that kind of stuff, or jobs. Or like, am I in the clear or not? Like, am I okay with you or are we not okay? There's that kind of feeling around someone, like, are we okay or are we not okay? But there might be a lot of unknown energy where it's making someone feel uncomfortable in their head, where they're like, well, I actually don't know if we're okay or not, you know? So please relate these to people in your life that is coming up. And something that I've always promoted, please do not ever relate my messages as one individual in life. Everybody has more than one individual in their life, right? You're not going to be compromised just by your relationship partner. I've always said for many years that you'll learn more about your soul group, soul growth around your soul group. Your soul groups of people is more of a show and tell of what can be going on with yourself, okay? Because avoidance and an avoidance tactic, in the end, shows you that it comes from yourself and within, okay? So when we're trying to avoid a situation that someone else is not doing, it's making us think. So it's making us attract energy into ourselves to keep ourselves trapped. Okay, it goes back a little bit to what I was going for the start. Okay. Aquarius, some of those and things for June. 4, taking a break. Well-deserved rest. It's like, just put it to rest. It's like, let's put all of this to rest. It's really draining someone by the amount of stuff that they're thinking about. I really am picking up that someone has a Libra moon. If you're an Aquarian and you don't have Libra moons, then I'm not relating those messages to you. I'm picking it up that the person that is connected with a Libra and Leo, okay, mainly. Now, because it feels like stroking someone's ego, like groom. Oh, okay, I picked that up very strange in the last reading I did that was Capricorn, and I picked up some kind of like grooming, right? But that could have been possible horses, right? I don't know. But grooming, like, I don't know. I don't know if this is really doing something strange in this card, because this is someone that can say things very sleazy, like, oh, you're right, what are you doing? and you're kind of like, oh God, that makes me feel like really uncomfortable. Like, why do you have to talk that way? Or why do you have to persevere and keep making me feel like I'm like worthless in certain ways? Because I really keep picking up like, oh, you're right. It reminds me of Ricky Gervais. Has everybody ever seen Afterlife? What a brilliant show, man. I love Ricky Gervais. But have you seen Afterlife? You've seen the guy with the glasses, and when it's there, and he's got the puppet show, and they go to his house to do an article, and he's like, yeah, come in. He's like, do you want to hear a joke? And he goes, sorry. If you haven't seen Ricky Gervais Afterlife, go and watch it, right? But that guy with the glasses and the long hair, dark hair that comes to here, right? He's like, oh, you're just like a big worm, ain't you? Sorry, but I am. I keep picking up like someone's like, oh, you're right. What are you wearing? You're like, what? What? I really don't know where that's coming from. Aquarius, I don't know if that's strange or not. But I don't know. I don't know where that one is. Right. I don't. If you're not relating to those messages, and that really doesn't matter to you, right? But it just reminds me of that Ricky Gervais movie. Like, oh, you're like a big worm, ain't you? Right. Cooking. It was eating a cake. Having your cake and eating it. There you go. Having your cake and eating it. This person's having their own cake and eating out. Mm-hmm. They want it. Oh, okay. They want definitely something eating out. That's for sure. That's for sure. Or they want to eat out. Take out. They want to take someone out of their head. It's like, I just need to take this person out. Or like, should I take them out or should I not take them out? I don't know. If someone's like really thinking, well, shall I take them out or not take them out? Shall I ask them out or shall I not ask them out? I really do think that someone is like in the back burner of someone. They're like, well, shall I ask them out or shall I not? And they're worried, like, shall I ask somebody out or not? It's a bit like the energy of like, shall I or shan't I? And it's like, I really don't know. Should I? Should I not? Should I? Should I not? Does he love me? Does he love me not? Love me not? And I don't know if that's making someone feel uncomfortable. Right, so 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, which is 3. Okay, 3. So it could be possible Piscean energy, maybe, but it can also be a mother, because 3 is also the High Priestess. The Empress, sorry. So it can be a mum that, I don't know, if obviously that's nothing weird, right? So that could well be that someone breathes down someone's neck of asking them questions and saying, all right, well, where have you been? What have you done? Where have you gone? Where are you going? How much have you got? How much have you not got? What's the matter? What's in your head? What's up? What's the matter? And you're like, oh my God, just give me a break. Stop breathing down my neck. Here, there is someone that breathes down someone's neck and it's like, oh my God, will you just get out? Just get out, get out, get out, get out. Right, get out my head, get out my life, just stop, please keep asking me personal questions. If I don't want to speak, I don't want to, don't ask me them. It makes me feel trapped, like I don't need checking up on if I'm alright, I am fine, I can do it on my own. That energy's there. Okay, show, stop keep asking me personal questions that make me feel trapped. Okay. So we're going to go on with the rest of your reading. Wow, 42 minutes, Aquarius. So like I said, this reading will go over to the $5 reading and also the Tier 2 reading. I can't remember the price. You'll have to go over there and check if you are interested. But everything else, like star sign-wise possibility, is more than likely just going to be one full lot of videos for each sign and then other ones that go straight to there that you can watch. Channel messages, you versus them, all that kind of stuff will more than likely be there when these are out. If they're not, they'll be coming out very, very soon. Okay? And then with the channel, I'm just going to be doing other stuff that's going to represent to, I don't know, pick a card or a 3-element, 4-element readings or whatnot, or whatever I decide to do. Okay. But if you want a personal reading, you can also reach out from the email below. You can follow the music and stuff that I do from Lucid Dream Tarot Music, but there are loads of links below that you guys can follow. If you just want to check up and read about what there is to offer over on Patreon, it will be updated, but I am kind of slowly doing it at the moment. And there you get benefits for that. Okay, so everything should be below. Okay, thanks very much, Aquarius, and let's see what's going to happen with the rest of your month. Thanks, guys.